Look at that. The ground's kind of wet. Oh, look! Look, you guys. A wild strawberry. Can you see? I would taste it, but I kind of just stepped on it. Should I taste it? No, I'm not gonna, but look, they're so cute. These little baby strawberry, and they have little white flowers. Okay. Oh, there's a red-winged blackbird in the reeds over there. You can't see in the cattails. He's going meh. Meh. That's him, red-winged blackbird. Apparently they're really aggressive. So, okay, I guess I'm kind of stalling. I want to talk to you guys about some real shit today. So basically, I'm kind of just starting to come out the other end of like pretty much one of the lowest points in my life. You know, I built like this whole life for myself, like with a house and a car and a friends and a job and like this whole lifestyle and everything, and it kind of all came crashing down, and I like lost all of that basically, like my home, my partner, my friends, everything that I had built. And I came back to a place like where I thought that I would be safe and supported, and like I thought with people I thought I could trust, like while I was healing, you know. But it turned out that was not the case, and like I don't want to speak too much about that, but you know, basically it came to be that I kind of ended up with nothing and no one. And you know, when you're in a position like that where there's nothing but you are kind of forced to look at yourself, right? There's nothing else to look at. And if you look at yourself long enough, eventually you're gonna kind of start to see yourself with some clarity. It's like, you know, whenever you see the same word over and over again, it kind of loses its meaning, and you can just hear the word objectively, like for how it sounds, without attaching any meaning to it. It's like when you're forced to look at yourself long enough, yourself kind of loses all meaning, and you can kind of just look at it objectively, without assigning stuff to it. And it's like it was just me and God was holding up a mirror up to me, showing me myself, and I was holding a mirror up to God, like showing him himself, showing it itself. But through these trying times, you know, like people have so like hurt me so bad, and I'm not trying to make it out to be like I'm some victim, like, and I've never done anything wrong. Like, I'm not trying to say that at all. I'm saying like I've been hurt, you know. I've been used and betrayed and abandoned and all that stuff, and the fucked up part about all that is that it actually only made me love those people more, that were hurting me. And like it just made me feel so much compassion and empathy for them, and it's like I felt worse for them than I even felt for myself, even though they were the ones that were hurting me. So it's like every bad thing that someone did to me, or like every challenge that I faced, it like somehow was transformed inside of me, and it only made me stronger and more loving. And I couldn't see that about myself. Like, I could only see, I was so fucking jumbled up inside my head and inside my heart. I could only see that everything I was doing wrong, and that everything bad that was happening to me, like, it was just what I deserved, and that was my karma, like what I earned based on my actions that I had done in this life. But I couldn't see clearly like who it was turning me into and what it was trying to show me about myself. And you know, this is why I say that love is the most powerful force in the universe, because it's like when you have darkness or hatred or fear or evil or whatever you want to call it in your heart, you become like a black hole. The only thing you can do is take and take and take and take, and you're never full. Like, you're just always hungry no matter what, no matter how much you take. But when your heart is full of like light and love, it's like no matter what gets thrown at you, the only thing it can do is just be shown light on and just like burst outward and just like expand, and it would just become more and more love. Like, it's so unbelievable. And it's like, imagine you're in a video game, right? And you have an enemy, and it's like every attack that you do to them, every spell you cast on them, every potion you throw at them, and only like their health bar only goes up and their attacks only get stronger. Like, how can you defeat that enemy? Like, you can't. And I'm not saying this in any type of way to boost my ego or to be like, oh, I'm so this, that, and the third, like I'm the shit, because it's literally not anything to do with me. It's not any choices I've made that have made me be like this. It's not anything I have tried to be, or it's not even anything I even wanted to be. It's just genuinely who I am, because it's who God made me to be. Like, it's not anything that's even in my control, and I so like fought it for so long, and like in my head tried to see myself as something that I wasn't. But I am who I am. I've always been who I've been, regardless of who I thought I was. And it's just because that's just who I was born to be, what my life has made of me. Like, I can't even explain how I am the way I am. It's just the way I fucking am. And I can see it now, and it's kind of scary, because how do you live with this knowing of yourself? Like, and I feel so scared, because I feel like my whole life I was just like fighting to hold on to shit that wasn't mine to hold on to, in a way. And then like all of it slipped through my fingers anyway, and now it like made it to where I don't even care to hold on to anything anymore. And in some ways it's a good thing, but in some ways it's a bad thing, because it's like there's some things that are worth holding on for a while at least, you know? I'm scared because it's like I'm so self-contained at this point that it would be so easy to just kind of forget the world, if you know what I mean. Like, to just be alone and just be in myself forever, how I've been. But I don't think it's that's really the life that's set out for me. You know, we all have our roles to play, and for some people that is their role to play. Like, you just go and be a yogi and just live in a fucking cave in the Himalayas, you know? But somehow that's not what God wants to use me for. And I don't want to, you know, I just have had this thing in me ever since I was a kid. Like, I don't want to be bad, and I don't want to fuck anything up. My whole life I felt like that. Like, I just want to be good and do, like, what's right. And I'm kind of just gone off on a tangent now, but I don't even know the point of what I want to say. Like, I just see myself really clearly now, and I don't yet see, like, the implications of what that means for me in my life, like, moving forward. But I think it's just gonna go how it was always gonna go, regardless. But I'm viewing it at a different angle. Like, the perspective, like, everything's gonna go how it's gonna go, and it was gonna go that way either way, but it's like viewing it from one perspective versus viewing it from a different perspective. And this is a new perspective for me, so I don't know how it's gonna be to live with this perspective. But I guess we're gonna fuck around and find out, bro. I guess we're gonna fuck around and find out. Do you guys know the song Indian Summer? I think, is it by Pavement? I don't know, but ooh, Finding That Wild Strawberry reminded me of this part of the song, and he's like, and it's funny because I'm actually am in a cemetery. It says, picnic in cemetery, boy tasting wild cherry, touch girl apple blossom, just a boy playing possum. Welcome back for Indian summer. Welcome back for Indian summer. Welcome back for Indian summer. Go our separate ways.